Hey everyone, you ready for this? We're diving deep into resilience today.
Ooh, yeah, I love this topic.
Yeah, it's something we all need a little more of, right? Especially,
Especially these days, right?
exactly. And we stumbled across this fascinating article.
Oh, yeah, the one about
Yeah, it's about solution-focused brief counseling.
SFBC. I love that stuff.
SFBC. Yeah, catchy, right? But it's not just a fancy acronym.
No, not at all.
It's got all these practical tools for bouncing back from tough
It
times.
really does. And it's refreshing,
Yeah.
because it kind of flips the script.
How so?
Instead of dwelling on problems like trying to dissect them under a microscope,
Right, yeah.
SFBC is like, hey, you're already doing some things, right? Let's focus on those.
I love that. Like, even when things are messy, there are these flickers of brilliance.
Exactly. They call them exceptions.
Yeah. The article talked about that.
And you know those exceptions.
Like those moments when you're handling things well,
They hold the key, man,
they really do.
to making real lasting change.
It's like instead of shining a giant spotlight on what's not working.
Which, let's be honest, we all do.
Oh, for sure.
SFBC is like, hey, look over here at this little glimmer of success.
Let's make it brighter.
Yes, exactly.
That story about Raphael in the article, the sixth grader, really brought this home for me.
Oh, yeah, with the homework struggle.
Right. He wasn't exactly, crushing it.
Not the star student, no.
But even he was doing things right, like in his own way.
He had a system.
Yeah, like laying out his books on the table.
Before hitting that snack drawer.
Yeah,
right.
exactly. And that's what SFBC wants us to see.
It's all about spotting those existing strengths.
Those little victories.
And then we build on them, we amplify them.
So powerful. So for everyone listening, think about a challenge you're facing right now. Just one.
Any challenge will do.
Now, here's the million-dollar question. What's one thing, even something small, that you're already doing well in that situation?
It's there, trust me.
Because that, my friend, is a cause for celebration and a stepping stone.
Absolutely. It's all about progress, not perfection.
Right. Okay, so we're celebrating those wins, even the tiny ones. But how do we take those sparks, and turn them into like a full-blown bonfire of resilience?
Right. Got to turn up the heat.
Exactly. And the article had some really cool techniques for that.
Yeah.
One that caught my eye was this solution-focused scaling.
Scaling, yeah. It's so simple.
But powerful, right?
Absolutely. And I think a lot of times people hear scaling and they think,
Oh no, not another number system.
exactly, like ranking my mood from 1 to 10. Been there, done that.
Right. Like, what does that even achieve?
But this is different. It's not about like fixating on the number itself.
It's more about what the number helps you uncover.
Exactly. Like imagine asking yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. Yeah.
1 being totally stuck.
10 being nailed it. I'm good.
Where are you at right now with this specific challenge?
And even if your initial rating is like totally
Which it probably is, let's be honest.
right. Who really knows right off the bat? But just the process of thinking about it.
It's the wheels turning.
Yes. And then this is the key. This is what people miss.
Okay, tell me more.
Step 2, right? So you've got your number, whatever it is. Now you dig into what's already working to get you to that number.
Even if it's a low number, like even if you're at a 2 or a 3.
Especially then, right? Because it's so easy to get discouraged.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But there's always something, some little thing that's moving you in the right direction, even if it's just that you're finally admitting you need help.
Or like you set aside 15 minutes to tackle that daunting task, even if you didn't finish it.
Exactly. It's like panning for gold, right? You're sifting through the dirt to find those nuggets,
I love that analogy.
those little nuggets of progress.
And they're there. They're always there. I remember that example from the article with Raphael, the sixth grader.
Oh, yeah, with the homework.
He was not into it, right? Like avoiding it at all costs.
The homework struggle is real.
Yeah. But even his avoidance tactics ended up revealing something important.
Totally. Like, it turned out his desire to play video games, it wasn't just procrastination. It was actually a need for a break, a reward.
Right. And instead of fighting that.
Which is what we usually do, right?
Yeah, exactly. We're like, no, you have to power through focus.
SFBC is like, hold on, what if we worked with that?
So smart.
Yeah.
Like maybe he tackles a tough subject for 20 minutes, then rewards himself with 15 minutes of game time.
There you go. Work with your brain, not against it.
Okay, so everyone listening, I want you to try this right now. Think of a challenge you're facing. Any challenge will do.
Don't overthink it.
On a scale of 1 to 10, where are you at with it? Write it down if you need to.
Visualize it, whatever works.
Now, here's the really important part, the gold nugget finding part.
Let's dig in.
What's contributing to that score? What's working? Even a little. What's holding you back?
To be honest with yourself.
And remember, this isn't about judgment. It's about information gathering.
Exactly. Once you have that information.
That's when the real magic happens.
Yeah.
All right, we've scaled our challenge. We've dug up those hidden wins.
Now we get to play with the cool tools.
Right. This is the fun part. Time to break out the SFBC toolkit.
And this is what's so great about SFBC. It's not just for, like, therapists on a couch.
Well, absolutely not.
These tools, they're for everyone.
Anyone and everyone.
Anyone who wants to, level up their resilience.
Exactly.
Become the best version of themselves.
It's like we're taking those little sparks and turning them into, like,
a full-blown fireworks show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love that.
So one of the most powerful tools we've got, it's called detailing.
Detailing, yeah.
And it sounds kind of basic.
But remember this one from the article.
It's about really, zooming in like a photographer.
On those moments of success.
Exactly. Like capturing every single detail.
Because those details, they hold the key, don't they?
They really do. Like, remember Raphael's hoodie?
Oh, yeah. Putting it on before homework.
It was like his little concentration bubble.
Exactly.
And by detailing that experience, the feel of the hoodie, how it blocked out distractions, he could, like, recreate those conditions.
Whenever he needed to focus.
Boom! Instant focus.
So smart. And that's where mind mapping comes in, right?
Yes. Mind maps.
It's like creating a treasure map, but for our own resilience.
I love that. And, speaking of maps, there's this other technique. It's called mind fielding.
Mind fielding.
Yeah, okay. Sounds a little intense.
I was going to say, I thought this was about resilience, not like self-sabotage.
Right. But it's about the opposite.
Okay.
Imagine you're, like, navigating a minefield. You're hyper aware of the dangers, right?
Yeah.
But you're also, like, incredibly skilled at avoiding them.
Right. Got to stay on your toes.
Exactly. So mind fielding, it's about recognizing those obstacles.
Those things that trip us up.
And then celebrating how we're already navigating them.
Even if it's not perfect, right?
Exactly. Because, let's be real, it's never perfect.
Never.
But we're still doing it.
We're still here.
We're still standing. So give yourself some credit.
Yes.
Oh.
Which brings us to cheerleading.
Everyone loves a good pep talk, right?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And this one, it's so important because it's easy to forget to celebrate those wins.
Especially the small ones.
Especially the small ones.
But those small wins, they add up.
They really...
Big time. And when we acknowledge them...
We're reinforcing those positive patterns, right?
Totally. It's like we're training our brains to be awesome.
Love that. And speaking of awesome, I love how the article talked about how resilience, it's not just about us, it ripples out.
Oh, it's contagious.
They called it amplifying.
Because when we're feeling good, when we're, bouncing back from challenges, it impacts the people around us.
Totally. Like, remember Raphael with the homework, him getting that done, it meant less stress for his mom.
Exactly. And less stress for his mom probably meant, a happier home environment.
Which in turn probably made it easier for him to keep up with the homework. It's like this upward spiral.
Absolutely. And last but not least, we've got reframing.
Reframing, yes.
Yeah.
It's all about perspective, isn't it?
It really is. It's about choosing to focus on the possibilities, not the problems.
Catch yourself when you're, falling into that negative self-talk and flip the script, right? Like instead of saying, ugh, I'm dreading this presentation, it's like, okay, I'm going to go in there and share these ideas.
I'm going to connect with people.
I'm going to crush it.
There you go.
So, wow, we covered a lot today.
We really did. It's been fun.
Resilience. It's not some superpower, right? It's something we can all cultivate.
It's a skill.
It's a practice.
And like any skill, the more you practice, the better you get. It's so true. So for everyone listening, here's a little something to think about.
Homework.
What if, instead of just surviving challenges, we could actually use them as opportunities to discover and amplify our most resilient selves?
I love that. Something to ponder.
Until next time, keep diving deep, keep shining bright.